Oh, well, what you doing over there, love?
Bangers and mash,
Oh, bangers and mash.
Welcome to Kentucky Fried Roadkill. I'm your
Cockney
British
Fried Roadkill.
bastard, Treyton Blackburn.
Oh, and I'm your jolly giant Evan Pride. I'm immediately coughing.
So as you all can tell,
Cockney accent.
this podcast is brought to you today by the BBC.
Yes,
so
by the Brits. They're bringing you these airwaves.
Yeah, thank you to the BBC for sponsoring
Kentucky Fried Roadkill. Yeah. They think we're affiliated with KFC.
They do.
So.
They do think this is a brand deal.
Yeah.
And no one tell them.
Yeah.
I did think we seemed a little outside of their wheelhouse, but once the brand sort of started,
Yeah. They asked us if we could do a commercial with the Colonel with a British accent.
Yeah, we said, oh.
Yeah, and we were a bit confused. That was the first tip that they were talking to the wrong people. They'd gotten the wrong email.
Yeah, right. They said the first KFC is in Lexington, right? And we were like, no, it's in Corbin. And they were like, so you're not so you don't want the $15,000? And we were like,
well, something can be arranged.
Yeah, no, actually, the KFC corporate.
Yeah. Well, he came up with the idea here in Lexington.
Right, exactly.
The kitchen where I'm sure he stole that recipe from.
Yeah.
was here in Lexington.
The poor, probably unspoken black chef.
Yeah.
That he stole that chicken recipe from.
Originally, he just had like 3 or 4 herbs and spices.
Right. Yeah, I mean, a white man came up with 11 herbs and spices. Come on.
Yeah.
No.
There's a secret 12th spice. There was a chain in.
It's dandruff.
Yeah.
It's dandruff.
Yeah. It's like scabs from razor burn that have fallen off.
Yeah, that was coming off the Colonel's face.
Yeah. No, they had a little pop-up store in Louisville.
Oh,
at
really?
One point. Yeah. That was like chicken with the secret 12th spice, or was it 7? It might have been 7. There was this alternate original recipe, and that's what the store was.
Yeah.
I remember it sucked as much as normal KFC sucks.
Yeah. Hey, here's an interesting factoid about the Brits. Today,
they love KFC.
They do. Big KFC guys over there.
Yeah. We're trying to get them hooked on KFR.
KFR, yeah, that's
yes.
right. Today is Queen Elizabeth's birthday. Happy birthday.
It is.
Liz.
How old is she again?
She's 95 years old today.
I cannot believe that she's that young.
I know. It feels like she's been around forever.
Yeah, I know.
Like 95, you're like,
Yeah, like my whole life for sure.
Your whole life several times over, in fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's 95 today.
And happy birthday, Liz.
Yeah, happy death day to Prince Philip.
Yes.
Who was the queen. I think it's hilarious that like they had to report on this fucking old ass motherfucker as the queen's like royal consort. Like this motherfucker ain't consorted with anybody.
What's a consort?
A consort is like somebody that the monarch has sex with.
Oh.
That's a consort. Yeah.
Oh, and that's like their official title?
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought.
The royal lay.
The royal lay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, yeah.
The royal living fleshlight.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot better than fucking concubine or something.
Concubine? I guess,
a
yeah,
concubine
that's the same
is also
thing.
someone you fuck when you're royalty.
But they had multiple concubines.
Yeah. Prince Philip, I mean, he died 2 or 3 years ago, and the body's just been sort of ambulating.
Yeah, the pulse just now left.
Yeah. He looked fucking. I saw there was a CNN article, and it was like Joe Biden sends his condolences to the British royal family, and it was a picture of Joe Biden and Prince Philip like next to each other, and I took a screenshot of it and sent it to one of my friends, and I said, "Tell me which one of these people is Joe Biden. If you can tell me which one of these men is Joe Biden, I'll give you $1,000."
Did the Brits just send back like the Uno reverse U card?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Joe Biden looks like Prince Philip with just like a vitamin B12 shot in him or something.
Yeah.
With a little pep in his step.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like there's two Joe Bidens. Like if we could get a Paul McCartney is dead conspiracy
with Joe Biden.
Yeah, with Joe Biden, because half the time he comes out and like he's pretty legible and stuff,
Yeah.
and he seems like a human, and then the other half he just seems like a malfunctioning robot.
Yeah, half the time he's fucking.
The children they're coming into the stores and they're looking to buy American products.
What?
That's too legible.
Yeah,
yeah, that's too legible.
Well, and here's the thing about Joe Biden. Of course, he does suffer from a stutter, right? A pretty severe one, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be ableist and be like that sucks. That you
Yeah,
have a
but I
stutter.
never even. No one even knew he had a stutter until recently. That turned into a fun fact.
Yeah.
Like he's like the dude was vice president for
Yeah.
most of my
And
life.
like he didn't have to whisper in Barack Obama. Like he sure wasn't stuttering when he whispered in Barack Obama's ear that this was a big fucking deal. That certainly wasn't a stutter.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is a gaffe machine. He just says stuff all the time.
He sure does. Well, his Twitter looks like just like they copy and paste like corporate emails that you get from like Kroger.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
COVID during these trying times,
Yeah.
we will strive together.
Do you think?
And I don't know.
Do you think when heads of state like have to meet the Queen of England? I mean, this woman is like, I don't know if you've ever been around somebody in their 90s before, but
Yeah,
like
a couple people.
even the most spry person in their 90s, they're in their 90s.
How old is Betty White?
Betty White is 97,
Okay.
I think.
Oh wow. So she's going to be 100 soon. Betty
Yeah.
White seems pretty spry.
Yeah, but like, do you think?
Betty White is the example of old people that people always give, but she is a outlier by
Very much so. Like
all stretches of
So
things.
do you think like when Barack like had to meet the Queen of England, do you think like he was sitting in a room with the Queen and he was like, "Welcome to America, Your Majesty," and she was like, "What? Hello?
Well, my cochlear implant's not in.
Hello? What? Where's Philip? Philip?
Philip didn't come to this.
Philip?
Where's Diane?
Where's Diana?
She's not here.
Good.
Yes, that's right.
Good.
Dead bitch.
Uh,
That's the conspiracy, right?
That
Like
they
I
killed
know,
her,
I
yeah.
know nothing about the royal family, so it's been in the news recently.
I know a little bit about the royal family. I don't know. A lot.
I know there's the actor Markle,
Meghan Markle, who is fabulous,
Um,
very talented, very articulate, very beautiful, very intelligent.
I've never seen her in anything. So I just know that she married into
She married the bad boy prince.
the bad boy prince.
Prince Harry, and he's still the bad boy prince, baby.
Yeah, and then I guess that she married into the most prestigious, oldest, crustiest white family ever, and then she showed up, and she's like, I think they're racist.
Yeah.
Is she married to Harry or William?
She's married to Harry.
Yes, Harry. Are they racist? Well, darling, they're,
Of course,
they're
of
a little
course.
racist.
Yes.
My mother is 95. Or
His grandmother, yeah.
my grandmother is 95.
His mom is dead. They killed his mom.
Oh, his mom was
His-
Diane.
Yeah, his Diana's.
He's Harry, you hate this bitch. She killed your mother. Let's get out of here. Let's go to
Yeah.
Canada.
They went on Oprah.
Yeah.
They told Oprah all the tea and the fucking drama.
All the dirty laundry.
Yeah,
I did not watch the Oprah interview.
it's pretty wild. Some of the stuff they say.
Yeah.
The
Well,
fun-
but I would imagine it to be wild.
Yeah.
Like I guess I'm not downplaying the experience of
Sure.
it, but I'm baffled by the surprise.
Mhm.
that
The
people
funny-
seem to be shocked by
The
this.
funniest part of the Oprah interview is like they do a lot of work to like try to make Meghan and Harry seem like they've like have a humble new beginning.
Yeah.
But they're literally in their like multi-million-dollar mansion, and I'm like, yes, very humble, a humble new start for.
Yeah, is Harry working at Walmart now?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Did you all have to rent a trailer down on Pond Creek, or no? Still with the multi-million-dollar house?
No, that dress isn't in layaway.
Oh, got it.
Got it.
Got it. I guess this is humble for you, going from castle to mansion. I suppose that is a.
So Prince Philip was his
grandfather.
Grandfather.
Yes.
Okay.
Prince Philip was Harry's grandfather.
Wait, Philip and Elizabeth were married?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. He was the royal lay.
Oh, I didn't put that together. I
Mhm.
guess so, but he's not king. I
Right,
guess
because
her parents were. When's the last time there was a king of England? That's got to be crazy.
I think Elizabeth's father was king.
It makes more like for some reason it like I don't know. How many countries have a king?
Not many anymore. I don't think. I'm not super up and up on, but like
On monarchies.
yeah, on monarchies. But when you think about the world, like the British royal family, when you think of kings, you kind of only get bad ones. Like you're like, ooh, King Henry VIII. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I feel like
King James. Ooh.
I feel like if I growing up, people would be like, "Oh," and then the King of England comes in. I'm like, England still has
King
like
George.
a king.
Ooh,
Yeah.
But when you think of queens, you always think of the good ones, like Queen Elizabeth I. Queen Victoria.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so the reason that Prince Philip couldn't be king is because way back before times, whenever they had their first queen, all the royal advisors got together and said, well, if she gets married to a man, he can't be king because she's got royal blood and he doesn't.
Yeah,
So,
they're inbred, right? Isn't
yes.
that how it works?
Yes. And well, I mean, not anymore. They're not inbred.
Well, not anymore,
But
obviously.
back in the day, yes. But so if the queen marries a man, he can't become king. But if a king marries a woman, she does become queen.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. That's like a weird progressive thing they have over there.
Yeah, because you got to remember back in the 1500s, 1600s, they knew that if they let a man marry the queen and he got to be called king, people would assume he was the head of state because he was the man.
Yeah.
And they wanted it to be abundantly clear that no, she is the head of state.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, but so the queen can be the queen and she can walk around as the queen, but her kids necessarily won't go on. Well, I guess
her oldest child would become the next monarch in the line of succession.
That's so weird. The whole thing is so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were talking about earlier how it's like they're celebrities over there.
And not just over there. I mean, there are people here who are obsessed with the
No,
royal
yeah,
family.
there's plenty of people here.
And
you came in talking about them, and I
and
was like, who gives a shit about the royal family?
Well, and here's because I don't get it. Like American politicians kind of become celebrities, but that I think that is in large part because we elect them, right? Like we vote for them, so like we kind of have to know who they are, right?
Yeah.
But with them, like you don't have a choice in who the monarch is. Like, why do you give a shit who the monarch is?
Yeah.
And the royal family doesn't have any real power.
No, they don't.
So why care?
It's like one, I don't think most people over there do care, and I think the ones that do, they probably there's the nationalists that are like, oh, it's the queen, don't you dare talk shit about the queen.
Save the queen.
Yeah, God save the queen. But then I think there's also the people. There's probably a bunch of people that are like, probably just like here in America. It's like, yeah, I'm an American. Like, I would prefer if you didn't like take a shit on the American flag right in front of me or something. Like probably don't do that. Like, it means something to me. I know, I know there's history and stuff, and there's bad history, but there's good history too, and I don't know, but it's a representation of something.
Sure.
So I think there's like even the most slack British person is probably if an American were to come over and start talking shit about the queen, they even if they didn't give a shit about the queen, they'd be like, you watch your mouth with the queen around here. You get your ass handed to you.
And here's but I can't imagine in America, like if fucking somebody came over here from England and started like talking shit about Joe Biden, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Actually, that's fair. That's fair of you to say.
They would give him a late night talk show.
Yeah, it would be like
right after John Oliver.
Yeah, exactly.
In between John Oliver and Jim Jeffries.
Yeah.
And Trevor Noah and all the other ones.
You'd be like, no, that rules. You're totally right. But maybe it does have something to do with like just Because like
it's just celebrity culture.
yeah,
we don't.
and we like
There's no reason for the Kardashians to be as popular as they are, but they just are.
yeah,
So they
and
are.
it's that connection between like opulence and fame, right? Like
yeah.
if
and
I have so much money, eventually, just because I have so much money, I'll be famous for having so much money.
Yeah, and also if you're growing up in Britain, Britain's been around for fucking thousands of years or whatever, and they've had kings and queens for forever, and so it's part of like it's like a Santa Claus thing over there. It's like Santa Claus isn't real. There's nothing. Oh shit! Spoilers to
Spoilers
to all the children listening to this.
If you listen, if you're a kid and your parents let you listen to this show, you call Child Protective Services. You don't need to be listening to this.
Yeah, you got a hold of the wrong.
You got a hold of the wrong podcast, bud.
I remember listening to a podcast when podcasts were very new and coming out, and I was probably like 10 or so.
Yeah.
And it was the old Rooster Teeth podcast. Used to be called The Drunk Tank.
Yeah.
And they were talking about video games and media shit I was interested in. So I was listening to it. And, and they used to swear up a storm. And I remember one time during a podcast they did that. He's like, if there's like a 10-year-old or some shit listening to this, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, are your parents just like the worst? and I was sitting there, I was like, I think my parents are pretty good. But when you're listening to a podcast and they start talking about like someone or like, you know what I hate's guys are walking down the street with jeans on who are like almost fell off the sidewalk and you're listening to the podcast, you know, like, fucking talking about me right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, you know what I hate? Fucking.
Yeah. When the sun's in your eyes and you're driving.
Theater guys.
A lot of people listen to podcasts while they're driving. Motherfuckers sitting at red lights, they just piss me off.
Yeah. You're like, fuck you, dude. I'm sitting at a red light right now.
Yeah. Hey, podcast guy, I'll come over there and fight you.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
What do you think, so draws us to, like, celebrity culture? Because, for example, my wife right now is very, very into Elizabeth Olsen. Like, has been watching through, like, Elizabeth Olsen's entire filmography.
Yes.
Has created this image of like who Elizabeth Olsen is to her, and like that she seems sweet and fun, and that she would like to meet her. And it's a parasocial relationship, obviously, like a relationship that is entirely digital, but like you feel like it's still important to you. It's like, what makes you think? Why do you think we do that?
Well, nowadays it's social media.
Yeah,
but celebrity has always been around, even back in the day. Fucking the 60s Beatlemania.
Yeah. Well, even fucking back in the 1500s, I bet there were fucking wenches walking around who were like, I'd like to fuck Shakespeare.
Yes. Maybe he'll put me in his play.
Maybe he'll put me in his play if I fuck Shakespeare.
Well, I think what makes a celebrity is because everybody knows them.
Yeah.
They're in a movie that everybody sees,
and
you only get small. At least celebrity used to be. They're really different things. Really just before the age of the internet and now. So like because before the age of the internet, there could be a mystique about celebrity. And I'm looking at a poster of Led Zeppelin. They were so mystique.
They were
mysterious.
Like cryptids.
Yeah, they're mysterious, and they wouldn't do interviews a lot. And
Bill Murray is still kind of like a cryptid.
but Bill Murray shows up everywhere, and he's universally accessible to the public, and like he's famously that way. And he's not necessarily like, hey, bring a camera crew. I'm gonna go to this Denny's at 3. He's just kind of naturally that guy.
Yeah.
There's a whole documentary about it on Netflix. It's just Bill Murray stories, and they made a whole documentary of people being like, dude, one time I was at fucking Applebee's and Bill Murray comes in and he's like, I'm buying steaks for everybody here, and it's a whole documentary of that.
Have I ever told you about the time I met Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins,
Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne. No,
I did. I met him.
You told me you haven't seen Shawshank, right?
No, I've seen Shawshank.
That was another person.
Yeah,
that was my buddy Ryan.
But anyway, I was at the UK Art Museum, and there was a touring exhibition for the Ralph Steadman show.
He came in the art museum.
So Tim Robbins did the audio tour for the Ralph Steadman exhibition.
Okay.
He was the voice for the exhibition, And I was sitting there. It was a Sunday. I was the only person at the desk. I was sitting there. Guy comes in. He's got a hat on and sunglasses and a trench coat. And he's
You're like, I'm about to either meet a celebrity or get shot.
Yeah, and I was in the museum by myself, and he was like, do you mind if I take a walk around by myself? And I was like, dude, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but like that's not the way this works, bud. And he takes off his hat and glasses. It's Tim Robbins. And I'm like,
Of course.
of course, yes.
What
of
if you
course.
just recognized him from like, holy shit, you're the creepy homeless dude in Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny, dude. Dude, of course, of course,
Dude,
man.
Oh my God, you're a fucking Anchorman. You're a fucking Anchorman too, dude. Yes.
He plays a lot of. He pops up in a lot of just weird little
Yeah.
character roles.
Yeah, he does. But anyway, he was like, and I locked the door, and he's like, I'm shooting a movie in Cincinnati or fucking Columbus or somewhere in Ohio. He's like, and I heard the exhibition was in town, and I haven't gotten to see it, so I wanted to come down, and I was like, you want to listen to the audio tour? And he was like,
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was just checking out the
yeah, and he
exhibition.
just walked around, and then like he got ready to leave. He's like, hey man, thanks, and I was like, no, yeah, I appreciate it, and I unlocked the door.
That's cool. I have sympathy for celebrities. You can't be a normal person if you're Tim Robbins. Even Tim Robbins. Tim Robbins is a great example because maybe like my brother wouldn't know who Tim Robbins was, but if he came to UK and like he was just walking around and people were like Tim Robbins, it would get around and eventually he'd be like, dude, the guy who plays the main guy and he's like, there's this movie called Shawshank. I haven't seen it, but like apparently it's pretty good. The guy was here. I'm
The guy was here. Yeah.
like fucking Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins was here. What?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
he said like some gremlin kid like locked him in the art museum.
Yeah, held him hostage. It was on the news. You didn't see it?
News, you see?
Made him wear some ugly ass trench coat. Like Tim Robbins completely flipped the story on you.
Yeah.
He's like, it made me put on these weird glasses, and they made me look at all this art.
Yeah. Do you think you would handle celebrity well? Like, do you think it would like fit into your vibe?
No. I mean, I've talked about this before because we're going into the entertainment industry, and so there's always the possibility, slim as they may be, that we might have notoriety one
Horrifying.
day.
Horrifying.
It's terrifying to me in the age of the internet.
Yeah.
Where just I don't know, my whole life is accessible online, so that's kind of scary. Just because there's so many pictures of me just growing up in the age or there's of anyone, probably less of me than of the average Joe who just, because I'm not like a selfie guy or anything. I'm not a pictures guy. Like if I go to a cool event and something crazy happens or there's a cool view, I maybe remember to grab a picture.
Yeah.
I'm just not, my mind doesn't go there. But I don't know. I think I would do really well with being like a B-C list celebrity.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
where you have a fan base, but you're not nobody.
I can still go to the store and not be bothered.
Yeah. Nobody wants to be Paul McCartney or fucking Kevin Hart walking in.
No.
Yeah.
You want to, because like the perfect amount of fame is for people like maybe once every 2 weeks, somebody will be like, you're Treyton Blackburn. I'm like, yeah, I am.
I think it's good to be famous, to go through life and get like the small perks of fame where people are like, I don't know, because you hear,
hey,
all
I'm
the
gonna
time.
buy your drink.
Yeah. Little shit like that, or like the waiter at the diner is like, this meal's on the house, man.
Yeah.
Hey man, you played fucking Andy Dufresne or some shit. I was trying to. I feel bad because I like Tim Robbins, but I own the only movies I can think of him in are Shawshank and Tenacious D.
Yeah,
and Tenacious D comes first.
Right.
Yeah.
But like it's I don't know. I'm a very social person. But
you're also a very private person.
Yes, I'm a very very private person as well, and so I've always been curious. Like if I were to,
which is weird because you very much honor privacy, but you are an open book.
I am an open book.
If you get in front of someone, you are an open book.
Yes.
Like Yeah,
I don't
want to go
care
into
I don't want to talk about it.
into.
I want to get clinical about Treyton's open bookness here.
Yeah, on the podcast when we record what we say, it's a different story.
That's right.
But yeah, you're very open.
I am.
Yeah, and you don't hold secrets well.
No. I tell people all the time not to tell me shit.
Yeah.
And nobody listens, so they just keep telling me shit. I wish you'd stop that because people are gonna know. Yeah, everybody else is gonna know. I'm not your guy. Like I try to be a good confidant, but if somebody unless it slips out, people are like, "Hey, Evan," I'm like, "Hey, did you hear about Evan's hemorrhoid?"
I am the hemorrhoid god.
The hemorrhoid
right now.
god, yeah, king of the hemorrhoids over here.
It's gotten a little worse and a little better at the same time.
Hey, with nobility, king of the hemorrhoids is probably a good title for this episode.
King of the hemorrhoids.
King of the hemorrhoids.
Yeah,
king of the hemorrhoids.
I am king of the hemorrhoids.
Yeah. Well, in the line of succession, who becomes the prince of the hemorrhoids?
The prince of the hemorrhoids.
Prince of the hemorrhoids. Yeah.
It would have to be someone who gets hemorrhoids, and I don't know anyone else our age that gets hemorrhoids.
And Emily would be the hemorrhoid consort.
She'd be
Or the hemorrhoid. You're a man, so she would be the hemorrhoid queen.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Emily. You're the hemorrhoid queen.
We'll just give her title Queen of the Hemorrhoids.
Queen of the hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
The queen of the hemorrhoids, Emily DeBold.
Yes, and you are my concubine of the hemorrhoids.
Wow.
Treyton Blackburn.
I'm your concubine of the hemorrhoids?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you have a hemorrhoid?
I don't think I've ever had one.
We could fix that.
That's true, probably. Evan, do you hear that?
It sounds
like a clock. What?
Sounds.
Hey, can you? What time is it?
It sounds kind of like a new segment.
It does. It's. Oh my God, Evan! Look at the time. It's TikTok o'clock.
Ooh,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TikTok o'clock, a media review show inside a podcast.
Yes.
So this segment, we're just going to talk about TikTok trends we don't understand.
Yes. First of all, we're both on TikTok.
Yes. Well, my wife is on TikTok. I watch TikTok with my wife.
If someone close to you in your life is on TikTok, you are also on TikTok because they send you many TikToks. And eventually you're like, okay, damn it, I'll just have to get the app because I don't want to keep opening these on Safari. And then you're fucked.
Yeah.
Because TikTok's algorithm
is very addictive.
Yeah, it's golden.
My wife and I, when we're doing a sweet, sweet spoon before we go to sleep at night, we watch a little TikTok.
A little cuddle.
A little in our cuddle. Yeah. It's our nightly sort of ritual. But TikTok trends, there are a lot of them. They're all stupid. None of them are good.
Well, there's a lot of different ones because
and they're all stupid.
There's different sides to TikTok.
Of course,
I do
there's
not.
There's straight TikTok. There's gay TikTok.
I do not have.
That's kind of
on my For You page. I do not have videos pop up of people doing dances and the new dance trend and the new whatever. I have videos. All my videos at the bottom of it says warning. The actions performed in this are harmful to this or the person. I love this one. Is the actions performed on this were performed or supervised by professionals. And I'm watching the video and it's three 12-year-olds with a big stick, and the stick comes down and fucks up one of them, and you're like it's a horrible video.
Yeah,
I know none of these people are professionals
in
this video. A professional would have stepped in and prevented this whole thing.
This is America's funniest home videos is what this is.
Yeah, I know.
But one of the trends, and I brought it up because it's very relevant to celebrity, is there's a trend that is on my wife's TikTok. And it's essentially just normal people saying, the caption's if I were a celebrity, I bet my fans would be crazy about these pictures of me. And then it's just normal pictures of a normal person.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. What do you mean that you're not a celebrity. You don't have fans.
But I guess that's this new generation is growing, because I think the whole concept of social media, I know it doesn't make sense to you, and that's why you're not on it.
Yeah.
I'm on it. I'm not crazy about social media, but I have social medias. Follow me at Stoicaine on Twitter. Follow me at Evan Pride at Instagram.
Yeah, and
I've never plugged my socials on here.
No,
That's
you have
weird.
never plugged your socials.
No. Follow me, guys. But see, because doing that, just the mere act of sending out a tweet, I'm very insecure and anxious about myself. So like
Really?
the whole
I would have never suspected that.
the
to
whole
tell you
thing
truth.
the whole thing about just like this is a thought that is worth everybody
Yeah.
reading. Tweets, send it off. Did you like it? Oh, likes and
Yeah.
oh, I like the likes and I bask in my cave of retweets, which I get very few of, so it's very cold in here. But
I just like
it feels like a thing where everybody is a celebrity. Everybody has their page.
yeah.
Everybody has like it used to be only I guess pre social media internet. If you're going on the internet, like famous people have pages. You can go
Yes.
to Cher's Wikipedia page and
Yeah.
shit like that. Now everybody
you
has
can
a
go
page.
see Dave Bautista doing his workout routine.
Yeah,
if
now
you want.
everybody has a page like that, and they're watching celebrities, and they want to emulate that on their own thing. And especially,
so you think this is like a manifesting thing? Like if I do this trend and post this picture of me from the 8th grade in pajama pants that my fans would be crazy about, maybe one day I'll be famous and my fans will be crazy about my 8th grade pajama pants picture.
maybe a little bit, but also think that they just live in a world of like, oh well, this is what I do. I got a Facebook when I was like 13. I remember it was my birthday present one year. What a shitty birthday present looking back. I was allowed to have a Facebook. But it was just be involved. Everybody else was on Facebook.
Well, and you could
and it was like, oh, it's the thing. You can go and post your own things.
Well, and you can like talk to people after school, right? Because that was what I wanted it for. Is like I felt because like all my friends had social media way before me. And, like, people were, like, talking to each other after school, and they were like, do you have Facebook? And I'd have to be like, no. And they're like, oh, that sucks. I'd like to be your friend and talk to you, but I can't because you don't have any methods of communicating with me.
Right. And now that's what TikTok is. Like, Twitter was, I feel like, one of the first times the internet came together and was really wooed over something.
Yeah.
Or what did I say? Twitter? I meant Vine.
Vine was the best.
Because Vine was crazy. And Twitter was happening at the same time, and it was starting to blow up at the same time.
Yeah.
But it was at the same... I think they were owned by the same people, the Twitter and Facebook, or maybe Facebook owned Vine. Whatever it was, they blew up at the same time. And then when Vine went away, all those great Vines were posted on Twitter again, and then Twitter just blew up, and then Trump got on Twitter, and Twitter became what it is today.
A Nazi hellscape.
Yeah. And Twitter's just a hellscape now. But
a Nazi hellscape, to be specific.
Oh yeah, well, depending on what your Twitter is, who you're following, are you following, Treyton?
Well, I don't have Twitter. I don't have Instagram.
You do not, yeah.
I have Facebook, but it's only to promote my art.
Yeah. If you're just fishing tweets out of the blue, I guess a lot of them are probably racist.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Well, let me finish my point.
Oh,
I guess,
okay, of course.
I guess my point is TikTok is the latest version of that. And people really can. It's easier to go viral on TikTok because the algorithm or whatever. People just pick out random ones.
Yeah,
and
the content's so short.
Yeah,
right?
and the content's so short and easy. It's like Vine. At least you had to have an idea or something of like how to do something in 6 seconds.
Yes,
like TikTok, you just go to audios and it's like, okay, what do I want to talk over? What do I want to? That's where the trends come from. It's the audios. It's like, show me this audio of you in one of your favorite places and you've just had a bad day.
Yeah,
and you want to get away from it all.
Yeah, it's always or it's like a song and the caption is like Marvel celebrities I would call daddy. And it's
yeah.
5 pictures of Tom Hiddleston in a row, and I'm like, I mean, this why is this content? This like, what is this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You want to fuck Tom Hiddleston, don't we all?
I have no problem with just stupid internet content that's meaningless. I guess I think it's more disturbing that it's so trendy and that it's. I think it is pretty defining of this upcoming generation.
Well, and
the TikTok generation, because to be truthful, I think Vine was pretty influential on our generation.
I agree.
And like it's annoying when we all know someone who only speaks in Vine references.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is that a chicken? Look at all those chickens.
Look at all those. Yeah. You almost made me drop my croissant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vine was so good. Vine. Listen, I love TikTok. I'm not. I know it sounds like I'm being really down on TikTok.
No, I love TikTok too.
TikTok.
It's addictive though.
It is.
It's so addictive.
And the thing about Vine is
that's why they had to put in that asshole with the fucking smile that takes up 2/3 of his face, going, "I know it's easy to just get lost in this shit."
Yeah.
Because we specifically designed the algorithm to trap young minds, but you have to get off. Go breathe.
But I think like
Hold up, you've been scrolling for way too long. Yeah.
But I think Vine was just such a creative platform. Like I remember like Vines that were so like funny and scripted. Like, you want to give me my hat back, Jordan? You gonna see Uncle Cracker? No.
Oh yeah,
what
that
a great
guy
Vine.
Evan Breen, I think
He's
was
amazing.
That. Yeah, there was some. I think some people just really flourished on Vine, and their funny came out.
One of my favorite
some
podcasters I discovered on Vine, Griffin McElroy, was a Viner.
I was always into Gabriel Gundacker.
Oh yeah,
on Vine. He's he was just. I guess he's just a quirky LA actor guy, but he would make like funny songs and funny videos and shit.
Griffin McElroy, he did the one that was like, I got this new vape. Here's some vape tricks. And it was the fucking like instrument horn thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Griffin McElroy.
Yeah, I mean, I remember. I guess looking back on the Vine eras, there were some horribly cringy comedy videos. King Batch or Bach or whatever. That was always. He was one of the most popular ones that all of his videos were the exact same.
Yeah.
And just and looking back, it was really cringy. But I think he was just doing what was really, really popular when he scrolled down his popular page. All the shit that was all the comedy, stupid little. Oh my God, there's so many just stupid videos that killed so many brain cells. I would come home from high school and just lay on the couch for like 2 hours and just 2 hours worth of watching 6-second videos.
Yeah. Here's a fucking like same video, like one creator who did the same video every time on Vine, and they always slapped every time they hit. And you remember Will Sasso Lemons?
Oh,
Lemons.
Will Sasso is hilarious.
Will Sasso is very funny
because he's an actor.
Yeah.
And he's been in some pretty funny shit, dude. He played Curly when they did a remake of The Three Stooges, and I remember going to see that in theaters, thinking I was like, remakes are stupid, and like all this, and like I was like, The Three Stooges a classic, man. How can they butcher it like this? Like I was watching the fucking 40s versions of The Three Stooges.
Yeah.
But I like. Within like 20 minutes into the movie, I just remember thinking, "Oh, I can't breathe right now. Why is that? Oh, I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn funny. I love Will Sasso, and his Vine was great because you know that he said like, "What is this app? Vine? 6-second videos? What can I do in 6-second videos? Oh, you can like edit it. What if I just put out a bunch of lemons just coming out of my mouth? Just me throwing up lemons."
Yeah, very good.
And then he's like, after that, after it took off, he's like, "What else is good? I got a good Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation.
Yeah.
What if I just do that 120 times?"
And they're like, there's some TikTok creators that like have similar energy that I like, and but Vine was. It just feels like it was something so different.
Yeah, but also you talk about we talk about like the levels. We were talking about celebrity earlier, and it's so weird that Vine stars that we're naming just these people they're kind of the idea of what celebrity is especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Anybody who is just like there's different levels of celebrities. Yeah. Like most celebrities nowadays are just known by their pocket of the internet and their little
like sect of fandom.
Yeah. There are so many. I'm big into just the comedy community.
Yeah.
And comedy podcast and comedians and all this shit where there would be people that if I bumped into the street, it would be like bumping into Tom Hanks for me.
Yeah.
But someone else would be like, "Who's Kyle Kinane?"
Yeah. Who is like? Let's dice this out. Let's take A celebrity that you would meet that like only you would know about that you would be super excited to meet. Like somebody you'd really like to meet that like most people probably wouldn't know. And then let's talk about a celebrity that everybody would know that you would die to meet.
Well, for me, the ones that nobody knows, it would have to be a comedian.
Yeah.
But and it's weird for me because like I say someone like, I don't know, if I say the name Nate Bargatze, do you know who that is?
It means nothing to me.
Okay, he's really popular right now. He's popular amongst non-comedy fans right now.
Interesting.
So a name like that, I guess he's too popular, I think.
Yeah.
I think enough people would recognize Nate Bargatze, and if you don't, check out his shit.
Yeah.
Because he's hilarious. I would say, do you have one?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay, well, you go first and I'll think about it.
Mine is easily Justin McElroy. Sorry to Travis and Griffin and
Is that the guy?
Clint.
He
hosts. He's one of the 3 co-hosts of My Brother and Me.
Oh.
He's one of the co-hosts
of
of Sawbones.
Griffin McElroy. That's the Vine guy you were talking about.
Yeah. Griffin he was a Vine guy, also a podcaster on My Brother and Me.
Okay.
If you're not listening to My Brother and Me, go listen to a fucking great ass podcast.
I know. Yeah. Okay. I have mine.
Justin
now.
McElroy.
Okay.
If I met him, he lives in Huntington, West Virginia, so it's really not out of the question that I could feasibly meet him at some point.
Yeah.
And
it's a podcast.
I would melt. If Justin McElroy ever hears this, that would be super embarrassing. But God, I want to meet you. I think you're so cool.
I have celebrities that I briefly met that like didn't go well, and I would like to meet. Not didn't go well. Just I guess that's the why they say don't meet your heroes. Don't meet your celebrities. If there's a celebrity on the street, I've seen several, and I will not go up to them at all.
Right.
Like unless after a show is the only time I will sit around
when they want it to happen.
Yeah, but half the time I didn't do like half the comedians I've seen. I saw Andrew Santino, and I was like, I just bolted afterwards. I was like, I'd love to meet that guy.
Yeah.
I love him so much, but I just don't want it to go wrong. But like recently I saw Mark Normand. See, all these names probably mean nothing
to me.
But they're huge in my world. I mean, they're legends. Not legends, I guess. They're up and coming, I guess, in the popular sense. They're very funny guys, is what I'm trying to say.
So what about like
so my answer actually of all the comedians that most people probably wouldn't recognize, because it'd be a comedian for me.
Sure.
There wouldn't be enough. Any actor I would name would probably be big enough where people know where they are.
Yeah.
But there's this comedian named Ryan Sickler is
Ryan Sickler.
He is he's from Baltimore, and he is the host of this podcast called The Honeydew, where people just come in, and it's in the whole podcast. The idea of it is you just talk about the lowlifes of your life.
Interesting.
It's called Highlighting the Lowlifes, Honeydew, and the idea is that you got a big bowl of fruit salad. What's the shittiest part of the fruit salad?
The honeydew.
It's the honeydew.
Yeah.
And so the show is about you got life. It's a big bowl of life. We're just gonna go out and
get those honeydews.
Get those little honeydews, the shittiest parts, and we're just gonna talk about them. And he just brings people in, and they talk about like he's like, you ever go to jail? And he's like, yeah, one time. And and he's just the most like he's one of the most uncle like just he has got a great laugh, and he seems like the most caring person.
Yeah.
He seems like someone where if you bumped into on the street, he would be like, hey man, how's it going?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what's your name, man? Or like he just seems very open, and he's very much a people person.
Yeah.
And he seems very kind. So
yeah, it's celebrities that seem kind that like draw me. Like I want to meet somebody who's gonna be cool. Like I don't want to.
Like a great example of that is I love Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
He's my.
Is that your answer for like a top tier celebrity you would love to meet?
No.
Okay.
I do not want to meet Bill Burr unless one day like I wouldn't want to meet Bill Burr outside of the context of one day I am lucky enough to be like performing and he like talks to me afterwards, be like good set or something.
Yeah.
Because he's someone who I know and respect and love so much, but I also know how he is. He just doesn't go well with people recognizing him. Recognizing him, like in his mind, he's not a celebrity in the sense that he is.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't want to have a negative experience with a guy.
I get that.
And I know that I probably would, unless he was engaging it with me, I probably would. If you see Bill Burr out in public, leave him alone. Because I feel like the biggest Bill Burr fans know if you see that guy, just mark in your head like that's cool. You saw Bill Burr, just don't be weird about it, because he'd just be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Just like I don't know, you don't want to get broken down by a guy who's the most well-known guy for breaking people down. Yeah, it's, you don't want to heckle you don't want to like heckle the most well-known heckle comedian.
Yeah, and most of these people like I just want to meet them. Like I don't want to have a fan experience with them. Like I don't want to be like, "Oh my god, it's
no, like
Tom Hanks."
Yeah, no, yeah. I would love to. It would be different if like Bill Burr was like, "Hey, you want to do like if
you want to go get a drink or something?" Be like, "Fuck yeah."
No, because I know that I'm not going to be able to properly come off as how I want to express myself in like a 5-minute whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to keep it short if you're recognizing a person. By the way, every time I've seen a person that like a celebrity or something, no, celebrities don't come to Kentucky. It's like if they're shooting a movie nearby, they do. I remember John Voight was shooting.
You don't want to meet John Voight
in Louisville one time. Justin Long shot a movie at a pizza place I used to work at.
Yeah.
Shout out Dario's. But yeah, like all the other ones have been in like not Louisville, L.A. and New York and shit.
Yeah.
Which I've briefly visited.
What top tier celebrity would you like to really get to meet?
Top tier.
Yeah, like you say the name, everybody's gonna know who you're talking about.
Top tier. I would love to. I don't know yet. Here, do you have one?
I've got a couple. I'm narrowing it down.
Because Tom Hanks keeps popping into my head, but I know that's not the answer.
Yeah.
Obviously, it'd be cool to meet Tom Hanks, but
you know what?
I'd like to meet Jack Black.
Jack Black, that's a good one.
Jack Black,
that's a good pick.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'd really like to meet. I would really like to meet.
Would it?
Gosh, it's so hard. There are a few.
Come on, you gotta pick one.
If I had to pick one, I think I would really like to meet Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he would be
interesting.
I think he would be very nice to talk to. I think, because like I really respect him. I really love his work. I think he's great.
He seems so intense.
But I'm a pretty intense guy, so that is not off-putting to me.
You are very intense.
I'm a pretty intense guy, so I actually find that like charming and endearing.
Yeah, but do you think he would find? Here's how.
I've thought of that. Like, what would they think of me? Like, what would they make of my whole existence?
I haven't seen a bunch of like interviews with Benedict Cumberbatch. Maybe a couple. He seems just like a nice British guy.
Yeah,
seems like a typical actor. He's a very good actor. He's really into the shit he does. Like, most of the interviews I've seen of him, he's just talking about acting and shit. That's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
And he's so good of an actor that I don't know what he's like at all in real life.
Yeah.
Like
your interviews are
I don't know,
you're gonna get.
Yeah, I don't know if he's like an intense. He's probably an intense guy.
Yeah.
I would think. He's probably being charming for interviews and cameras. And
Yeah.
Probably nice, but like. Yeah, if if I saw Benedict Cumberbatch, if he was walking down my street and I was sitting on my front porch, I wouldn't say what's up to him.
You wouldn't?
No,
I mean,
I don't think so.
I would
because-
try.
Or maybe would you? Should you? Because
I don't know.
I put myself in his footsteps. I don't want to say Benedict Cumberbatch out into the Lexington air.
Sure, but like
and
if I had a modicum of fame and like one of my fans wanted to come up and say hello to me, I would welcome that. I would like for my fans to come up and say hello to me.
Yeah.
If I had fame, like
Well,
I don't think I would deal with fame well, but I would want people to feel comfortable I would want to be approachable.
No, yes, for sure. I mean, yeah. You would hope that's the kind of fame famous person that you would be, but I think the problem is when you get to a certain point, like you don't want to build a reputation of being an accessible famous person.
Yes.
Because those people's lives are living hells.
Yeah.
Steve-O, dude, if you see Steve-O,
Poor Steve-O.
I love poor Steve-O for so many reasons.
Poor Steve-O.
That man
yeah,
has been through it in every sense of the word. Which, by the way, shout out Steve-O. I love Steve-O.
Yeah, Steve-O's a great guy. I did in high school watch him put a scorpion on his nipple.
Yes.
And so you don't have to abuse yourself for our entertainment, Steve-O. You don't have to, man. We're good. We're totally good.
But that's what he does.
I know,
That's
but he doesn't have to. My heart breaks for him.
No, he is. I'm surprised he hasn't had a heart attack.
Yeah,
or
for
just,
real.
I don't know how that guy's body hasn't gone into shock from every. I think, but honest to God, I feel strongly that certain people, they're born to do certain things. And I think like I don't know, Mother Teresa was born to be a nun.
Sure.
I think Jack Black was born to be in those weird movies.
Yeah, he was born to be Kung Fu Panda.
And Dave Chappelle was born to do stand up.
Yes.
And I think Steve-O was born to
abuse himself
for our entertainment.
And that's powerful.
And unfortunately, that manifested itself into years of hard drug abuse.
Yeah. And the show Jackass.
Yeah, and he came out the other side. Jackass is great.
Jackass is rough.
If you get Paramount Plus, they have all the Jackass movies on there, along with Tommy Boy, which is the reason that I got Paramount Plus the other night. I got the whole week trial just to watch Tommy Boy because I love Tommy Boy so much.
We're getting here at the end of the line, Evan Pride.
Yeah. You haven't said your celebrity yet.
I did.
Your big celebrity.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I said Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just underwhelming to me, I guess. Yeah.
So I want to close off special here. If you would be so mind to do a special closing for me.
Ooh.
It's sentimental to me. Tomorrow is my wife's birthday.
Oh, it is.
And she has recently confided in me that she listens to this podcast.
It is.
But she will not listen to this episode until after her birthday.
Okay.
So I would like for us to sing happy birthday to my wife to sort of shock her in the moment that she listens to this podcast.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
What if you discover that's a total lie that she said she's been listening to the podcast?
This will be the test. This will be how I know for sure that she listens to the podcast.
Like a month goes by,
you're like, yeah, honey, I listen to it.
You listen to the podcast, and you're like, she's like, funny as hell.
So good, babe.
So good.
So good. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love your thoughts on communism and stuff. She just says shit that she knows that you've talked about. She's just like, oh my God, the episode you did on pickles. Unbelievable. Well,
yeah.
We will close off this episode by singing happy birthday to the lovely Tara.
Yeah. All right. And 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tara. Happy birthday to you.
This has been Kentucky Fried Roadkill. I'm Treyton Blackburn.
I am Evan Pride.
Goodbye and God bless.